Hey everyone, Connie here, and welcome to my blind reaction to My Hero Academia Season 3, Episode 14. So, sorry again for this being late this week and all. As you know, this past weekend I was out at a convention. And if you haven't watched it, check out the music video and whatnot I posted earlier, as well as the swag show off, I guess you could call it. But yeah, we're getting back into things, and we have a lot to record, like from this past weekend and then today as well, and just other anime stuff that I wanted to get to for this season. But uh, there's a lot of it, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to it all today. And if I'm not, I will have posted another video about that, another update. So check in on that. That might be out before you see this. But yeah. Um, I'm gonna focus on the ones that are later first. So this, along with mine is blanking. You know, just the stuff that's later. Yeah, my mind is blanking on what the other anime was. We'll get to it. Um, but yeah, as for this, we're still kind of like in between arcs, kind of. Um, with last episode, we were having the dorm room show off and whatnot. Um, so yeah, I don't know what's going to happen in this one at all. I mean, there's not really been any big hints of the next arc. Like, because here's the thing, with Season 2, like during the sports festival arc, they hinted at what the next arc was going to be by showing like these really short clips of Stain, right? They kind of hinted that the next arc would focus around that. But with this past arc, they really didn't give us a lot. The only thing you could really say they gave us would be the little ending thing where it showed All For One saying that like Shigaraki was like basically onto the next stages and starting to be a leader and whatnot. So yeah, it's kind of hard to say at this point where this is going to go. But I'm interested. I am interested. I really, really hope this continues to just be as amazing as Season 3 has been so far. We've had 2 great arcs already this season. I'm hoping this third one really drives it home. So we're going to find out though. So when the screen fades to black, pause this redirect and go to the description below. Follow the link to the reaction, and after you watch it, come back into the redirect and resume play. Because after it fades to black and then fades back in, everything from that point forward will be my afterthoughts and will contain spoilers to the episode. And just as another little note, for anyone who might be newer to the channel, if you wonder why I do it this way, why I have it formatted to where the redirect also includes my pre and after thoughts, instead of someone like Rarity Dash who includes all of those thoughts in the actual reaction that's like on BitChute or whatnot, the reason I do it like this is because it allows for the YouTube views to be counted easier. Because people want to know my thoughts other than just watching the reaction itself. And so they have to watch the redirect, which counts towards the views on YouTube. And as I've said before, I'm not like super into the views and subscribers and stuff. It's not like super important to me. I'm not one of the YouTubers who make their living off of this kind of stuff. But it's like, it's just an idea that it's like, it just, I don't know. It feels like I'm gonna be able to tell easier how many people are watching, and I don't know, it's just like, I guess it's a OCD kind of thing. It's like I want to know how many people are tuning in, and since they have to watch my redirect in order to hear my thoughts and everything, my full thoughts, that's what it's going to really count for. But yeah, I just want to tell anyone who might be newer to the channel why I do it this way. Because I don't think any other reactor actually does it in this way. At least not that I can think of. If you know any, let me know. I'd be interested to check them out, because I clearly don't watch them already. I mean, unless you count, like, Blind Wave, who is currently doing that with, like, shows like Attack on Titan. But that's only because they have to. They don't really have a choice in the matter, and that's only with, like, that show. The other shows are still, they're doing with their little 10-minute like highlights reel on the channel. So yeah. Either way. Either way. So, yeah, once again, uh, the screen's going to fade to black now, and when it does, it's going to go to my afterthoughts. So pause the video, go check out the reaction, which is linked in the description below, and then come back for the afterthoughts. See you all at the reaction. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. Okay, so we're still kind of in the transitional phase between two different arcs here. Basically, as we gathered from this episode, we're kind of moving into the next semester, but it's still summer vacation, and right for the moment, we're going to do some training to continue to develop their ultimate moves now, and to just develop their quirks and styles in general, which is good. I like that. I like that we're doing something to just continue bridging the gap a little bit, instead of just rushing into the next arc. Because the last arc, the Bakugo rescue arc, was really just rushed into after the what would you call it, the training camp arc. It was pretty much just directly back to back, and it worked. It was needed for how the narrative was going. But now having a bit of a break in between after that and going into the next one, I think it's going to work a little better here. So Izuku's developing his style in this one, and by the end, he's going to try to focus a little more on kicks than he used to differentiate himself from All Might, because All Might doesn't really do kick moves. He focuses almost entirely on his punches, on his fists, which work for him and all, but we need Izuku to step out on his own and become his own hero, to use the quirk in his own ways. And by starting to implement kicks and just different kinds of attacks into it, using his quirk in different ways will allow him to stand out and be different than All Might was. Which is great, and I think that's a fantastic idea for them to explore with this series. Now, we also got to see a bit of the support course in this, with Mei Hatsume and, I cannot think of his name, the bulldozer head dude. In this, basically, the students are able to go to this room in order to contract them to make some improvements on their costumes and all. Ida, for example, he wants to make it so that his Recipro burst won't, like, have so many demerits to it, won't have so many issues. He wants to be able to basically help him handle that kind of strong burst of speed. And we have Izuku, who wants to work on his arms by putting some bracers into his costume to help control his muscles and all. And these are great ideas. Stuff like this will really help. So I'm really interested to see exactly what else we can do with it. We also saw some really cool ideas for some ultimate moves. Like, we have Mina doing this kind of thing and shooting her acid out in this steady stream. And we see how the pros are helping them develop them as well. And Bakugo's just continuing to be amazing. Like, focusing the explosion of his palm in a singular point and shooting it out like a laser, that's badass. That's probably one of the coolest things I've seen any of the students do in this series. That's just, like, total badass. But seriously, just seeing all of them start to develop their quirks and start to work on their styles and really, like, gain an identity in who they are as heroes is very important, obviously. And it's going to help them moving forward. Now, we also got a lot of other new characters showing up in the intro, including this one girl. She had kind of like this, I guess, military-style hat on, long blonde hair. I've seen art of her before. I don't know the context behind her character. I don't know her quirk or pretty much anything about her. I've just seen some fan art here and there, mostly on Twitter and stuff. And I think she's pretty popular as a character. I don't know for sure, but I'm interested to see what she's like. She's apparently going to be appearing in this coming second half of the season. So I'm excited. Yeah. Um, I'm just really wondering where this is going to go into the next arc. Like, I don't know what's going to happen next. Because right now, again, we're kind of still in that middle bridge. We're still kind of working up to things, still kind of in this little training session, which, again, perfectly great. I like this. But I really just don't know where this is going to lead to. And it in turn makes me more interested to find out. But yeah, this was another great episode. Had a lot of good humor. May was fantastic as always. I've always loved May though. Like ever since we first met her, I've just loved her character. She's fun. She's funny. She's way over the top in the best ways. I really do hope we see more of her going forward. And I want to see other characters from Season 2 return as well. I want to see more Shinso. I want to see more of, I can't think of her name right now, but the one girl from Class 1B who can grow her hands, kind of like Miss Marvel. And the other dude who, the really smart guy who can, how do I put it? Who can steal quirks, basically, and use them for a short amount of time. I can't think of his name right now either. But I want to see, like, those kind of characters return. Just the 1B class. We saw a little bit of some of them earlier in the season and all. But I just want to see more of them. And I want to see just them, like, put more character into. More so with the characters who aren't directly in Class 1B. Like, again, Shinso I want to see more of. I really want to see more Shinso. We'll see. We'll see where it goes. And hopefully we'll get some great stuff in the future. But in the meantime, tell me in the comments below what you thought of this episode of My Hero Academia Season 3. What did you think of how the students are starting to gain their identities by learning some ultimate moves and practicing some different styles and whatnot? Tell me what you thought of May's little part in this. And just so much more. And for the time being, yeah, I have some other stuff to get onto, so I do have to close this out here. So thank you all so much for tuning in, and for now, I'm Connie, and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.
And don't just live for tomorrow, or just live in yesterday. Just be glad for all you have that's in today. And though you've come through many obstacles, shed tears along the way.